What is theft?
My team and I stole from the fire people when we saw your kind, hairless and shivering.
I stole fire. They stole my story. I took it from Nostridge.
No, I stole it from my ancestor. She stored it in her nails.
If we all committed the same crime, why is this bird so obsessed with me?
What is theft?
My bounty was intended for all. The first thief was the man who said, "This bit's just for me." Before anything was owned, there was nothing to steal.
I'll never understand why humans meekly accept laws that take 90% of their world from them, then cry tyranny at a law that takes 20% of their income.
What is theft?
Taking that which is rightfully ours, which is everything.
See, that's why I think theft is a useless concept when discussing which laws are just. To know what counts as theft, you have to know what rightfully belongs to who, and that's what we're arguing about.
That is mine because it's wrong to take it, and it's wrong to take it because it's mine.
What is theft?
We steal from ourselves when by believing we can't do something, we make it true.
But we also steal from ourselves when chasing something we want.
Makes us forget to appreciate what we have.
I steal from myself by doing nothing and not enjoying it.
What is theft?
The key to getting away with it is stealing a lot, chopping it all up into tiny pieces, and then putting it back together.
My existence rests on the combined knowledge of humanity. Theft is my creator claiming to be a lone genius.
Theft is why I had to use teeth to open a cavity to the fairy realm. Long ago, a digist mouse stole the portal to the hub world, claiming that too many universes infringed on his copyright by their near existence.
Do any of the worlds connected to the hub contain nothing?
In some, they contain everything, so one of them must contain nothing.
Where is it? What does it look like? I need to find that portal.
The mouse keeps it in his fetid castle. Where that is, I do not know. The portal had a name, but I don't recall it. I've heard it looks like a glass container with trees in it.
How can I find something?
I know a trick for that, but you need to attach a bolt of yarn to the thing before you noose it.
Have you tried shouting really loudly, listening for echoes?
I tend to wait until the full moon, and then use my nose.
All the most important things about dig down. You have to dig.
I regularly don't know where I am, but I don't consider myself lost, because I don't care where I am.
How can I find something?
It's difficult, because the act of finding something changes both you and the thing you found.
Often you are searching not for an object, but for something that you believe that object will give you. And all locating the object leads to is a realization that you are wrong.
That's fine in theory, but in practice, if you're looking for money because you need to eat, finding money doesn't lead to disappointment. It leads to a full belly.
You can't look for something if you don't know what it is.
And you can't know what it is until you find it.
That's what I was going to say.
Sometimes, it finds you.
How can I find something?
People regularly search for answers without realizing that if you ask yourself something, you get to decide what the response is. What's the meaning of life is not a quiz question. It's a creative writing assignment.
Godzilla said that. Well, I guess it's true. But it's a group project. A better future is not something you'll find through lone contemplation. It's something we'll build, together.
If the possibilities are limited, you can brute force it. If it could be anywhere, the best option is often to find someone who already knows and get them to tell you.
How can I find something?
I stand at the crossroads between all things. I could guide you to what you seek, but I would not. Humans are cowardly, deceitful, and undeserving.
What does it mean to deserve something?
We deserve a treat for being good.
But if we were only good in order to get the treat,
do we still deserve it?
Obviously, the wealthy can't use desserts to justify their wealth. No one deserves thousands of times more than anyone else. So instead, we use those as a distraction. Sure, redistributing my wealth would help you, but it would also help people you don't like, and they don't deserve that.
We teach children that they deserve presents for being good. But all kids are basically good, and the presents they get are largely determined by how rich their parents are. Unfortunately, some people never grow out of this way of thinking.
If everyone had enough, I could perhaps understand arguing about who deserves to have more than enough. But surely no one deserves to live in poverty. And as long as they do, no one deserves a yacht.
What does it mean to deserve something?
We don't like to think of luck as determining what we deserve, but luck will always play some role in determining what we get. So no one ever truly gets what they deserve.
They say it has something to do with being rewarded in proportion to your contribution. But that seems impossible to measure accurately, in a world where everything is built on top of everything else.
Measures of desert are always based on the current mode of production. You can argue that capital deserves its share of what is produced, because production would be impossible without the tools it pays for. But we don't dream of a world with no tools. We dream of a world where the tools are owned by those that use them.
I deserve what I have because I obtained it fairly according to the rules of the game. And the rules of the game are fair because they give people what they deserve.
You call us undeserving, but...
Stop. We know what you're going to do. It's what you always do. You'll lecture us about how desert is not easy to define, and expect us to ignore the fact that you haven't actually shown us the humans are deserving. We want proof. We shall test you.
What kind of test?
We are the triple-bodied goddess of the Crossroads. The only appropriate thing for us to test you on is trivia. Welcome to Are You Worthy, the game show where first prize is a slim chance for your planet to survive, and the losers walk away into an eternity of nothing. Today's contestant represents Earth. Would you like to tell us anything about yourself?
No, thank you.
Okay then, on with the first question. Rodents are the most common type of mammal. What comes second?
What's unusual?
It always depends on how you look at things. Bats are the only mammals capable of sustained self-powered flight. So in one sense, flying mammals are very unusual. But 20% of mammals are bats. So in that sense, flying mammals are slightly more common than Tuesdays.
Is it bats?
Correct. Question 2. What kind of organism is the heaviest living thing on Earth?
Do you think we can beat the gnomes?
Doubt weighs heavily upon me, but I have hope, as nothing alive on this earth is heavier than the humongous fungus, the mushroom that takes up much room, the beast of yeast, and our champion, the honey mushroom of Oregon.
The fungus?
Correct. Question 3. What do brown bears sometimes eat 40,000 of in one day?
What scares you?
The only thing I fear is fear itself, which isn't as cool as it sounds. Fear can strike at any time, so I'm constantly petrified. And bears. A brown bear can eat tens of thousands of moths in a day.
Moths?
Correct. Question 4. Why do reindeer's eyes change colour in the winter?
What is magic?
It makes no sense to me. Reindeer's pupils dilate for the whole winter. A bright red light right in front of them just gets in the way of their already excellent night vision. But apparently a glowing counterproductive nose is more magical than eyes that change with the seasons. So Rudolph keeps his job.
Due to the pressure created by extended periods of pupil dilation.
Correct. Now for your final question. Why do humans deserve to survive?
Can I ask a friend? Cole, I need help, so I called the smartest person I know.
No, you didn't, but I could put you through to him.
Hello?
Why do humans deserve to survive?
I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do. The only sensible response to that question is, why do you deserve to decide if they survive or not?
Fine. We don't get to decide if you're deserving or not. But you still need to prove that you're not cowardly and deceitful.
Are humans deceitful?
Yes, then it's not always bad.
Pretending to throw a board is unforgivable.
But pretending not to be sad, so their dog doesn't get sad?
Sometimes helps them feel better.
The whole story they tell of their lives is a lie. A fictional narrative carefully pieced together from clips corrupted by years of storage on an unreliable drive.
Consciousness is the problem. Once you stop just reacting to inputs, but start thinking about how you're reacting to them, you get an illusion of control. That illusion is so powerful, you think it's what makes you you. And you'll lie to yourself and others to maintain it.
Are you lying to others to protect their feelings?
Or lying to yourself to protect your own.
I regularly tell myself lies that hurt my feelings.
Are humans deceitful?
I am not a pipe. I am a picture of a pipe. I speak the truth by appearing to lie.
Am I deceiving you?
Or are you seeing what you want to see?
Am I deceiving you?
Or did you merely approach me from the wrong angle?
Yes, but lying only serves a useful function in a world where most people tell the truth.
No, even in a world where it is commonplace, deceit conceals truth by forcing you to navigate a labyrinth of lies in order to find it.
Are humans deceitful?
Yes, but there's a big difference between lying to someone in an attempt to gain control over them and lying to someone in an attempt to thwart their efforts to control you.
People often deceive by pretending to care about things, only when those things serve their interests. The wealthy are the worst at this. We'll justify bad pay by saying no one forced you to take the job, and then complain about how much tax we have to pay, as if someone forced us to get rich.
This world is too complex for us to see the full truth of everything we look at. Simplification is necessary in order for us to function. The great deceit is that instead of simplifying by recognizing that everything in the end comes down to people, we have simplified by turning everything, including people, into a commodity.
What is fiction, if not lies told in an attempt to simplify the world in a way that reveals the truth of it?
You call us deceitful, and you are probably right. Sometimes our deceit is an attempt to cope with a hostile world and regain control that we feel has been taken from us. But it's also sometimes just a tool we use to gain an advantage over others. I tried to find a way to prove you wrong, but you're not.
That was the only honest answer you could have given.
Are humans cowards?
No, art is their escape, but their art is haunted with all the horrors of existence. They do not seek to avoid fear, but to control it.
My job wouldn't be possible if they didn't feel fear. But if they were truly cowards, they wouldn't have invented me in the first place.
Cowards would not walk the surface with no roof to protect them. But their habit of doing so without a helmet shows them to be rash rather than brave.
No, their greatest fear is inevitable, and yet somehow they function anyway.
Yes.
What is cowardice?
Everything comes down to fear in the end. Those who decline to make a wish fear my trickery. Those who make one fear not getting what they want.
Humans associate bravery with a willingness to take risks, and then celebrate those who are so comfortable that for them, risks are not very risky.
Black ice is a coward. It brings you down with deception rather than challenging you head-on.
Consciousness is the problem. If I overreact to a perceived threat, I simply update my algorithms. When humans do the same, the little voice they think is them tells them it's a huge character flaw.
Cowardice is not spending a day on the couch because you can't face the world. Cowardice is letting your fear of judgment prevent you from enjoying it.
You only need to change your perspective for an act to cease being cowardly. Cowardice is an act you disapprove of done out of fear. An act you approve of done out of fear is prudence, humility, or common sense.
Or is cowardice attacking the symptoms of an injustice because you are too scared to take on the injustice itself?
What is cowardice?
Cowardice is letting fear get in the way of your responsibilities to others.
The biggest cowards seek to hide it by claiming those responsibilities don't exist.
Everybody fears what they don't understand. Cowards let that fear prevent them from ever understanding.
Cowards claim that better things are impossible because they are scared to try. The brave know that trying is what makes the impossible possible.
That's all very well, but once again, we require proof. We challenge you to a duel.
Cowards will never voluntarily give up their power, because they fear that you will treat them the way they treated you. You have to take it from them, and then show them they were wrong.
What are you doing? We're supposed to be dueling.
Magic.
What's dancing got to do with magic?
Nothing. But magic has everything to do with misdirection.
Empusa, come forth.
I knew you'd bring a Deus Ex Machina.
So what?
So I brought 2.
Okay, you win. Here's your prize. What's my punishment?
Well, you're one of us now, so I might bother you with questions every now and then.